It's a city where anything can happen, so what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted from the historic TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Since the silver screen curtains opened in 1927, from the golden era to today, the TCL Chinese Theater is where Hollywood's biggest and brightest stars get their tickets and catch the films that form entertainment history. Grab some popcorn, movie buffs. It's going to be a good one. I'm Dana Devin, and joining us inside the most opulent movie palace in the world, film aficionado Doug Cole.
Dana, I am so appreciative for the LAU VIP ticket inside. I mean, this is an incredible moment for an entertainment junkie like me. I mean, this is the place where Once Upon a Time in Hollywood premiered, and Star Wars, Titanic, so many Oscar-worthy films all premiered right here at the TCL Chinese Theater.
It is so beautiful, too, and from 1944 to 1946, the theater also hosted the Academy Awards. And from 2013 to today, the theater holds the title of the world's biggest IMAX auditorium with a curtain.
For 94 years, we've been home for all the big movie premieres. When you walk through those doors, you are experiencing a mixture of the world of Hollywood past and of Hollywood present and future. When Sid Grauman built the TCL Chinese Theater back in 1927, he had already built the Grauman's Egyptian Theater and the $1 Million Theater and a few other theaters in Los Angeles and San Francisco. And all his theaters had a very unique, distinctive architectural style. He wanted to outdo what he had previously done, and he looked all throughout Europe and Asia and was very impressed with the Chinese architecture. And what's really amazing is that there's a lot of different artists that went into creating the theater. We have artwork that's on the ceiling done by the chief designer of the theater, John Beckman, but on the side walls, that artwork is actually painted by Xavier Cugat, who's very well known as a musician, composer, conductor. Center lobby artwork, it was actually done by Key Luke, who was an actor as well, known for the Charlie Chan films in the 1930s. In the 1940s, he was Kato in the Green Hornet movie serial. So in 1944, the TCL Chinese Theater played host to the Academy Awards for the very first time, and the first movie to win Best Picture on our stage we had in here at that time was actually Casablanca. We were actually the first theater venue to host the Academy Awards. Before us, they were done as dinner banquets across the street at the Roosevelt Hotel, the Biltmore Hotel, the Ambassador Hotel. The other thing that makes this theater very special is our forecourt of the stars, where we have over 330 actors, directors, and producers' hand and feet imprints in the cement. John Wayne out there, you have Marilyn Monroe out there in the forecourt of the theater. From today, we have people like Will Smith in the Harry Potter cast. All the Avengers are out there now as well, too. We get people from all around the world who come out here looking for their favorite actor or actress or director or producer's hands and feet in the wet cement. Definitely Marilyn Monroe is our most photographed square out there still to this day. When you come to see a movie at the TCL Chinese Theater, you can also see movie costumes from the movies that have premiered or played here over the years. So, for example, we have right when you walk in right now, the dress worn by Judy Garland as Dorothy Gale. Since 2013, the TCL Chinese Theater has had the record for being the biggest IMAX theater on the planet. Also, are the only IMAX theater in the world that has a curtain in front of our screen. And so when you come inside here, the first thing you see is that beautiful curtain. Which itself is a replica of our original curtain from back in 1927. There's just no better place to experience a movie than right here at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
And now LA Unscripted is part of this incredible movie house history. Okay, Doug, what is your favorite film?
That would be The Godfather,
Okay.
Shawshank, Back to the Future.
Oh, I love Shawshank too. Okay, mine, Thomas Crown Affair, Titanic, Pretty Woman, and Step Brothers.
Step Brothers!
I love Step Brothers.
All right, quick, name your favorite dinosaur without even thinking about it.
Velociraptor!
Did we just become best friends?
Besties. Oh, bestie. And I want you to take a look at all this amazing movie memorabilia right behind us.
Oh, I have. I mean, this place has always been a special place. I mean, like the F9 premiere, this is where fans got revved up over the latest Fast and Furious saga.
And people in Tinseltown go crazy for cars. And now our Jasmine Simpkins finds how wannabe posh drivers can rent a ride without a movie star budget.
My father been selling cars and dealing with cars, you know, my whole life. So time for me to just do it. It's just the prices are a little different. Hi, my name is Omar McGee. I am the owner of Posh Luxury Imports. Posh Luxury Imports is a luxury brand. We sell and we rent high-end vehicles. Well, we sell everything, but on the rental side, we do only exotics.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I want to
you.
drive every single one of these cars.
We have everything from Rolls Royces to Lamborghinis, Ferraris, anything you can imagine we can provide.
What made you get into the exotic car business?
It was different, especially coming from an African-American perspective. You know, it's not a lot of us in it. I'm probably the only one here in LA that sell and rent. I was always into cars. You know, my father owned a collision shop, but back in Michigan, Toyotas and Buicks and Regals wasn't really appealing to me. I found a mentor, which was MVP in Miami. That's when the idea was born. 2 years later, we, featured in Forbes. I opened the worst day of the world, the day of the pandemic. We had to pivot, right? Because we had a inventory that was really expensive that was just sitting. So we went right into the sales division and we just amped it up. That helped us out a lot.
Walk me through it, because it's not just cars. You do everything here. It's really a luxury experience.
Yes, it's a luxury experience. It's a one-stop shop for luxury, right? From private jets to yachts to expensive homes, anything you want, from your elaborate clubs, VIP, everything.
Starts here.
Starts here. Initially, everybody told me I was stupid, right? Because this type of clientele is over the hill. Beverly Hills, Hollywood. If I'm flying into LAX or the private airport right here in Hawthorne, that the fact of the matter is, it's an inconvenience to get in a cab or Uber to go all the way over there, right? I'm right here. We pick you up from the airport. We bring you to the establishment and you take the car and you go have a great time.
Okay, so what is this car? Because I know nothing about cars, guys.
This is the Lamborghini Huracan. It's one of a kind, it's Lamborghini. It's a real machine.
Well, I definitely feel posh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting LA Unscripted come in and play with some of these toys. I'm gonna venture around a little bit more.
I'm inside with my chest now. I got you figured out.
Well, LA is making more dreams come true like Doug's. Coming up, dropping beats and turning tables. LAU goes to scratch school. Plus sushi? The answer is always yes, please. We're to roll on over in Santa Monica. And veterans honored when LA Unscripted from the iconic TCL Chinese Theater is back before you can butter that popcorn. Welcome back, film fanatics. I'm Dana Devin.
And I'm Doug Kolk. And it was 1968 when this theater was declared an historical cultural landmark.
That's right, and now the theater historian Levi Tinker is spilling more milk duds and making the popcorn pop with these best-kept silver screen secrets.
One of the Avengers, Robert Downey Jr., even has 2 handprints in the cement. We honored him in 2009 for the opening of Sherlock Holmes. 10 years later, when the Avengers Endgame opened up, we did the Avengers cast, and so he got to do a second imprint, and he's the only person out there to have 2 handprints in the cement.
It's really kind of cool to think that thousands of Hollywood careers were made right here.
Or crashed and burned. All right, Dana, I got a hypothetical for you.
Okay.
Would you rather be a movie star or a rock star?
Well, I would rather be a movie star, but I know exactly what you would be.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, but what about a DJ?
Release from the crossfader. Let's go.
Anyone can learn how to DJ, and we provide everything. T-Shaw, DJ Babu, Beat Junkie Crew, revealing to y'all where we build better DJs right here at the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound, y'all. We've had students as old as 50 plus. We take them all colors, shapes, sizes, creeds. We want to teach everybody the art of DJing, and it's been amazing.
All right, listen, pick up the pace a little bit.
I am the dean of students.
What'd you say?
I've been doing radio pretty much almost like 20 years. I was at Power 106 from 95 until 2006. 17 years teaching and DJing for 34 years.
Woo! All right, here we go, Greg.
You know, when I started, I was in high school. I was just your average kid. I wasn't a very good athlete. You know, I wasn't the smartest, but you know, with DJing, it really gave me my identity. Most people probably know me for my affiliation with my rap group, Dilated Peoples. I spent the majority of the late 90s and the early 2000s touring the world, making music. All the while in the background, I was always affiliated with my DJ crew, the Beat Junkies.
We get students from all walks of life, no matter what type of profession they're in. The people have always been curious about the art of DJing. I've always noticed that women, ladies, always learn a lot faster because they're not scared to move to the music as they're learning.
Jada, here we go.
So it's a boys club with DJing. It makes me really happy to see that the girls are coming in and stepping into this type of art form and really being good at it.
Watch this.
My name is Marisol Cison, and I'm the founder of Ladies of Sound, the official women's division of the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound.
We have a program called Intro to DJing, which is an 8-week program where you come in and learn just basic music theory, basic scratches, basic mixing. We have another program called Foundation, and that can run from anywhere from 8 to 10 months.
We combine what we learned growing up on vinyl, digging through the crates. And about halfway through the program, they're able to bring in their laptops. You know, we keep one foot in the past, but we also keep one foot in the future. I always tell my students this, you know, we don't promise you that you're all going to become professional DJs, but we promise you that you will be a part of this DJ culture for the rest of your life and be in love with
it. You guys can also get in the rhythm virtually. Beat Junkies offers online classes too, from spinning beats to sushi bites, always music to my ears.
Each fish I crafted without any compromise. I want to indulge my customer 100% true Japanese sushi. I want to distinguish myself, distinguish this restaurant Soko. I want to be special, cannot compare to anywhere else in city.
Chef Masa, first of all, I'm honored to be here with you today. We're gonna make some sushi, but what is so important to you about those knives? They're so sharp.
I use many knives. My knives that travel with me in more than 10 years. Part of my profession, cannot stay away with them. I was born in a small town in Hokkaido, city called Hakodate, in northern part of big island in Japan. Then I moved to Tokyo to learn the sushi at the restaurant kitchens. Cooking schools gives you just idea and just knowledge and just on the heads. Working the restaurant in the back of the house, front of the house, sushi bar, more practical learning rather than classroom.
And just go in circles, see the ridges. Here's this, oh, this isn't salmon, this is tuna. Here's the tuna. Okay, dip my fingers in there.
Yeah, you put the finger and with your hands. Okay. You need to shape the rice and the flip over.
Oh, and then you pinch it.
Soko, this name in Japanese is storage rooms. This is big enough for storage, but not big enough for restaurants. That's why we have only 8 seats. We could provide more one-to-one service, more personalized, cooking to them. This is 8 is enough.
Preparation and presentation.
Yeah.
Right, Chef Masa?
Well done, Megan.
Thank you so much. Do you approve?
Yes.
Am I hired?
Yes.
Sushi and a movie?
Anything goes with a good film.
Oh my God, talking about things that go together. Have you ever taken your movie popcorn and then you take your M&Ms and you pour your M&Ms into your movie popcorn and you kind of let them get like mushy and then you get the salty and the sweet? It is the best. Pro tip, Bessie, just for you.
Only you, Dana.
And we are not rolling the credits just yet. Coming up, the plot thickens and so can your hair. How to get locks that make you look like a movie star, and honoring our veterans with LA Unscripted from TCL Chinese Theater is back with an ending you won't want to miss. It's delicious. It's so good, right? Complete Hollywood history set in cement here at the TCL Chinese Theater's forecourt of the stars. Over 300 screen legends have left their mark.
It started in 1927 with actress Mary Pickford's Hands and Footprints.
That's amazing. And on Veterans Day, the historic theater honors those who served and serve.
We actually take on Veterans Day, and go to all the different handprints in the forecourt that are for veterans, and we'll put a flag on their actual square itself. And it's really nice. It's a way to pay tribute to the sacrifices that those of our country who served have given.
And now Liberty with more ways to salute the red, white, and blue.
I think anybody who's ever been a part of this never really goes away. You know, they want to find ways to contribute. I'm James Johnson. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer for Operation Gratitude. It really began in Southern California right after 9/11, when Carolyn Blaszczyk went into a recruiter's office and asked the recruiter if she could join. She went to LAX, where she, volunteered at a kind of a military lounge. And a young man, soldier, came in, in a lot of really emotional distress, essentially expressed that, he was going back over there to the war zone and probably wasn't coming back and didn't think anybody cared. In that moment, she decided that would be her mission, is to make sure that service members who have raised their hand, potentially committed to put their life on the line if called by their nation, that they would know that that was appreciated by Americans across our country.
And since then, you have sent out 3.4 million care packages.
That's correct. All sorts of products go in there, hygiene items, food products, you name it. But the other thing is that there are handmade items that are handmade with love that go into those care packages that are, also provide the rest of the kind of the soul of the box that goes out to, again, to men and women across the country and abroad. Those items are stored at our distribution warehouse in Southern California. We've expanded to the Battalion Buddies, which are, these bears that children can enjoy when one of their, parents is deployed. Yeah.
Because of the pandemic, because of all that, did a lot of the care packages end up going to hospitals?
With the pandemic, it was clear that, doctors and nurses fighting on the front lines, again, kind of putting their lives in harm's way. We definitely wanted to recognize that and show our appreciation for what they do to serve. So that's Operation Gratitude, saying thank you to all who serve. Service runs in my family like so many other American families. When I heard the origin story about the young man in that airport, it struck me deeply that I wanted to be a part of ensuring that any service members and first responders now that are, putting their life at risk. I think it's really important that we continue to have a tradition in our country where we say thank you.
There really are angels in LA.
Well, Dana, you know as well as I do, this is an incredible city where anything can happen.
That's exactly right.
By the way, hair is on point today.
Really?
Yeah. Did you do anything special?
I washed it. But really, speaking of hair, now some horrific news from our sponsors.
I noticed my hair loss at a very young age, probably around 16 or 17, and it wasn't very severe, but during that time, being in high school and everyone else having that youthful hair, it really started to dawn on me that it would be a serious problem. Over the years, up into my early 20s, I began to discover pretty quickly that my hair loss for my age was very rapid, and I knew I had to make a serious decision, either to shave my head for the rest of my life or to go with an option like a hair transplant.
Oh man, it all started from my first baby. I noticed I was having hair loss, and then I was like, all right, it's not too bad. And then on my second one, it was depressing. I started having postpartum, and then I couldn't sleep. Every night I would look at my hair. I'm just like, I got to do something about this.
What we do is it's a one-day process. It's very simple, virtually pain-free, where our clients can come in. We can identify the areas of need where they need more hair, and we just remove the hair from the back and put it in those areas. We are so blessed to have the most advanced technology for hair transplants these days. We have the advanced FUE technique, which is really the state of the art and a proprietary technology. And it's just the best way and most simple way to move the hair from the back to the top.
Why I chose advanced hair was that the techniques that they use, it's just modern day, it's FUE, but they're very delicate, they're very gentle. They have a very tedious process that they take in terms of each hair follicle that's taken out of the back of the head and then inserted into the spots that you've desired. People not looking at somebody that was in their mid-20s and wondering why they're balding, what's wrong with them, did they not take care of themselves, did they not take vitamins, did they not exercise, and just having a conversation with someone and them just looking at me and not looking at the top of my head. So I wouldn't really call it a surprise, but more something that I'm happy to not have that immediate judgment presented to me in a day-to-day life.
If anybody would ask me to do it, I would totally do it all over again in a heartbeat. You know, it's amazing. I'm happier, and now I have that thick, full hair that I never had. It's always really thin with that baby hair, and now it's like my thick back hair.
The best part of my job is seeing all of our clients coming back. They have that self-confidence. They're feeling so much better about themselves, and it just really gives them that confidence to kind of go out and do their thing and have one less thing to worry about.
Hair definitely makes a difference in Hollywood.
That's exactly why I have a bunch of it sewn in. We are out of time. We want to say thank you so much to the TCL Chinese Theater for letting us go off script. Where will we be next? I don't know, but we are going to get more popcorn and candy, and you have those tickets, right?
You have the tickets.
I told you to
Come
pull
on,
the tickets.
bestie.
God.